Could go with more than one show, but Android App Addicts, probably the one you might want to play it on. And what it is, it's another bacon item. This one is definitely different. Go to baconcoffin.com. That's coffin as in very in. And you'll find something very interesting there. Well, good luck, guys. Have a good show. And remember, everything's better with a little bacon. Bye.
Damn it, now I can't use that for my show tomorrow. I had that on my list.
You did?
Mm-hmm.
Bacon coffin.
The bacon coffin?
Bacon coffin.
It's for when you love bacon to death.
Mm-hmm.
You can still play the video. The video's awesome.
Oh, okay.
What show did we play it on? We talked about this.
I sent it to you. I sent it to Mark also from Element O because he's a bacon fanatic. I don't know if we talked about it. I don't know if we talked about it.
Oh, I remember we talked about this. Yeah, that is awesome. And the guy is such a salesman. He's like perfectly like sleazy salesman. Like, if you're gonna die, you might as well die in a bacon coffin. I'm like, what was it? If you love bacon to death, that's their little slogan for that. Anyway, thank you, Red. We did check it out. It's at baconcoffin.com. Watch the video. It's highly entertaining. And I like all the other products those guys make. They make mainly bacon foods, and then they just got into the coffin business.
Yeah, and bacon flavored everything.
Yeah. I want to try some. Like, I just want to try the bacon flavored salt. That sounds pretty good. Try it on some popcorn or something. All right, that is it for that voicemail. Thank you, Red. All the rest are emails, not voicemails. Here we go. This one's from Jeff. This is a cool email. Have you heard this one from Jeff from Black Hammer?
I know I saw it. I don't know if I actually had time.
This is cool. This is just a warm your heart moment. He says, in 2010, my son kept telling me, and his son is Ellis Owens from Droid Nation podcast, and just an all-around good guy and an Android guru. He says, in 2010, my son kept telling me about the three Steves and how I needed to listen to them. He would go on about Steve C, Steve D, and Dor. After that, I listened and started listening to all the podcasts. Now I am finding myself teaching others about the things I have learned. I have a coworker with a Droid Bionic. So what do? I tell him he needs to listen to Android App Addicts. After about 4 times telling him, he's doing that. I have a coworker who asked me about the Linux fests I've gone to. This led to a long conversation on why I'm using Linux and the advantages I have with my Linux Mint netbook. Now he is my Linux student. And he has 2 distros on his laptop and many questions every week.
Nice.
In the words of Knucklehead Tech, you really understand something after you break it and need to fix it. I agree with that, by the way. I'm after him to listen to Linux for the rest of us. I have also introduced him to the forums where he's trying to read every post. That's pretty awesome. Yeah, jeez. It's like 30,000 posts.
Yeah.
My assistant at work quit, and I hired a young man with an IT education and no experience. I will be mentoring him in many areas of PC repair and networking. I will also be introducing him to Podnutz Daily, Podnutz Pro, and the forums. So, as I have grown with Podnutz and learned many things, I find myself now teaching others, sharing the knowledge of Podnutzians, and trying to increase the followers. Thank you, Steve Cherubino, for building a great network of knowledge. Thank you to all the show hosts, these 2 guys and everybody else on the show, and guests for giving your time and sharing with us listeners. And thank you, Podnutz Forum. That has saved my bacon a few times.
Bacon.
Yes. I love that email. I love that, first of all, Jeff got something out of listening to the shows, and now he's sharing it with others. I mean, like, it's what we do. It's what we're doing, and that's the reward, basically, of doing the show for me, is when people do what he's doing. So thank you, Jeff, and thanks for spreading the word. I'm glad the show's helped you, and I'm sure I'm thanking you on behalf of everybody.
Oh, sure, I agree.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, we all started doing this a long time ago, and I was a guest on one of your shows, and and I still can't read. It's amazing, but I can co-host Podnutz Pro. But I mean, it feels really good sharing the information, because to this day I work with people that mentor me in the ways where I can expand my knowledge, and that's my way I'll give them back. I'm pretty sure Dor and Steve and everybody else, or every co-host in the Podnutz network, feel the same.
What do you think if you hire somebody like he's doing? Do you have him listen to a podcast a day of a certain sort or other, or do you let him discover podcasts on his own if he's never listened to one?
Well, I would, because there are people at work that I kind of persuade to listen to the shows depending on what the subject matter is, because there's so many podcasts out there. So if I can say, well, listen to this one first, and there are people that talk about door at work, or they mention things that they pick up on the podcast that help them out throughout the job. So
yeah,
that's awesome, man.
So
yeah, I'll say it depends on how they learn. There are 2 guys at work. I insisted to them that they had to listen to Podnutz Pro because they understand computers pretty well. They don't really get Active Directory. They don't really get domain controllers and things. Mm-hmm. And I said, well, if you can learn by hearing, then this is how you should learn.
Oh, sure. And in Podnutz Pro, we always claim that we don't cover. The one time I got an email say, but you missed this and this and this. Well, it's not. We can talk about days about Active Directory, but if we can introduce you to what Active Directory is, and therefore you have a foundation for it, and then you can run out and, learn more about it. I mean, that's what technology is.
Yeah.
With these phones, like, before I run my phone, I got with Door and did a knowledge transfer, but gave me the foundation so where now I can apply any ROM to my phone. So that's what it's about.
Yeah.
And if you want to listen, I'll show up at your door at 3 o'clock in the morning and force you to listen to all the shows.
He means that. I've seen
I'm
him
just
do
saying.
Yeah. He goes to the gym, too, so he can back that up.
True. And he's got tattoos, too. You don't want to mess with him. Mm-hmm. All right. Matt is the guy who, remember I showed you this Google picture, his Google Plus picture last week?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, he changed it. I'm so pissed off. I got to tell him to change it back. Anyway, he sent us an email for Android App Addicts. He says, "Hey guys, and this other one I'm not going to show. It's not even as exciting as the old one." He says, "Hey guys, I'm interested in buying an Android tablet and I need to get the best value for my money. I'm willing to spend about $400, and I would rather have a 7-inch tablet or at least something smaller than a 10.1 inch because I really don't need it to be that large. I need at least about 7 hours of usage on a charge, and I'm looking for a Wi-Fi only device. It will mainly be used for books, movies, games, and some web browsing. Not planning to use it for any type of email or working. Also, I need a dual-core processor or quad-core if possible. I'm just writing to see if you guys have any suggestions or recommendations based on personal experience or just your opinions to aid me in making my decision. The only reason I'm worried about the Kindle Fire is that it might fall behind in specs too fast and won't run heavy games. Look forward to hearing from you." From Matt. Thanks for the email, Matt. What do you guys think? iPad?
Curse you.
All right, and that's the show.
He's asking for a lot, man.
Well, the Galaxy Tab 7, I don't know.
I mean, quad core, he mentioned, is there a tablet that runs
Oh, yeah.
already?
The Transformer Prime, but that, I think, is
That's 10.
$5.99. And
It's
a
also
10-inch tablet.
10-inch,
Yeah,
so...
Yeah, I mean, I can tell you the first-hand experience, the Kindle Fire, I don't think it's a dual core, but every game I run on it runs faster or just as good as my Dell Streak 7-inch, which is a Tegra 2.
That's weird.
I can't explain it. And the Kindle has less RAM. But something they did, some voodoo bus speed or something that really helps it. Really helps it a lot. For that price point, you really are limiting yourself. The other one to look at is the Spark tablet, which I can't remember what it's actually called, but that's what this code name was. I think it was $49, $159. I think it's worth looking at.
Yeah.
But $400, that's a big hole there where you want 7 hours battery life, which is, I can't get 7 hours of my Kindle Fire.
What about like what Eric said, the new Galaxy Tab 7-inch?
I don't know how expensive they are, but
It's down to $399. Or no, wait,
Already?
it might be $299.
$369.
$299, Eric?
I think it's $369.
oh wow.
I mean,
That's the
because
7-inch
tablets-
one.
And because tablets are, as of today, where you spend an extra $100, you get a lot more features. So, it all depends how much you want to pay.
Yeah.
And, yeah, folks are happy with their iPad, but I call them zombies.
Yeah, it's kind of messed up too, because like in trying to do music, there's no, or there is some music apps in the market for like creating music on an Android tablet, but in all like the magazines and sites I go to, they're all about iOS, and it just makes me a little sick. They're just all about, here's how to use an iPad in your studio, and there's like these apps, and there's keyboards, like synthesizers that you plug your iPad into to get it to
pretty neat.
That's pretty neat, but I mean, there's not much Android stuff, so it's pissing me off.
Yeah.
That is frustrating, man. I hate seeing all that stuff.
Yeah.
Well, I was really mad too. Inside Disney World, their friggin' little hover around old people scooter things, right on the front. They advertise what company's supplying them, and it's like applechairs.com or something. I'm like, I just don't even like seeing the word.
I have some apples in my fridge. When Dork came over, he threw them right into the trash.
You know, and it's funny. And Dora actually threw up at the amusement park
When they saw that?
when you say Apple chairs.
If I can throw this out, the Samsung Galaxy Tab 7 gets 8 hours and 9 minutes of battery life.
How much is it at Best Buy? It was on sale, I think, for $299. What do you see for the prices, Eric? $369 still?
Let's see. And this is the Tab 7-inch Galaxy Tab 7 Plus. So maybe yeah.
Also, take a look at
it's got 400 is list for the price.
I would take a look at, if you want to get a little crazy, the 5-inch Samsung Galaxy player. It's down to $200 and the thing is sweet. It's really cool looking.
Like a 5.1 inch screen.
Yeah, it's like a Galaxy Tab without a phone.
Right.
No, yeah, not a tab. It's like a Galaxy Note without the phone. Yeah. All right, Paul writes in and sends us an email. He says, "Hey guys, great show. Too good, in fact, because I've been listening. Because since I've been listening, I'm up to nearly 100 apps. Rather than trying to find a local 12-step program, I decided to search around for a few multi-purpose apps that I could install that would allow me to eliminate a few single-purpose apps. By the way, thanks for App Garden, which you kindly suggested a few episodes ago." I don't remember App Garden.
Open Garden. It is a Wi-Fi tether app.
Ah, okay. Two things I am obsessed with are To-Do and Task Managers and News apps. So it's To-Do/Task Managers and News apps. So here are two apps that might eliminate up to 6 apps on my phone/tablet.
Jeez.
First up is SpringPad, a very well-designed app that combines the functionality of, get this, Evernote, Wunderlist, and Read It Later, along with other features that I haven't even explored yet. They offer a web extension that functions just like RIL for adding content.
Read It Later.
Read It Later for adding content. Thank you, Dora. And I didn't know what that was. And I love the board interface where items like notes, photos, etc. can just be pinned in place. I haven't even begun to tap into all the potential this app has, so check it out. The next one is a news/magazine style app called Zite, Z-I-T-E, which has been on the other ecosystem for some time, but just recently released